game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Done it nearly 1,000 times, over 1,000 somewhere in that. So if you enjoy that kind of Kickstarter content, be sure to click on that subscribe button as I'm trying to reach 30,000 subscribers by the end of 2024, because that'd be awesome. But today, I am very excited to be checking out the most popular project in all of Kickstarter right now games. That is Revenant, and I see it's 90 to 120 minutes. I see it's 1 to 4 players. I see it's a 3.5 out of 5 on the complexity scale. It's just large enough that I could see it. I'd love if it was a smidge bit bigger. Like, I wish if they just zoomed in just a smidge bit more. And looking down here, I see some components that I can't really make out. They look like plastic pieces that are going to be assemblable on top of each other. That's cool, if that's in fact what that is. I see a box. It's rather large. It looks like maybe vassal assertive stuff. There's a lot of information conveyed on this main image. I don't hate it. And I also see the shipping-friendly area. So I imagine there's some other stuff that I'd recommend be on this main image more. But honestly, this is great. And Mind Clash Entertainment, if I recall correctly, they are Trickerion. Oh, hey, Ricardo. That is a game I've played a couple times, and I really, really want to like. But it's one of those games that I forget so much about how to play it in between each time that it makes me dislike it every time when I get back to it. Codex was actually a game like that, but I played it so much over the last month that now I love Codex. It's fantastic, by the way. Evacuate and besiege Starfleet, navigating external threats and internal allegiances in a new standalone game in the Voidfall universe. Okay, so mentioning the Voidfall universe, I like that, because if I'm in the know, then I know, oh, that's a big universe, so this is going to be a big deal. And if I'm not in the know, I also know that, oh, they've done other stuff in the past. This is adding to that lore. So it essentially is like a little tiny thing that helps with the can you do it if you don't know who Mind Clash Games is. So I can appreciate that. I also see it's 472% funded, which is completely useless to me. Thanks, Kickstarter, for not letting me know how much things have raised anymore. Said no one. Why did they do that? That's so... it's why. does anybody know why they did that? Like, what's the counter argument that I just don't see against including it? And I imagine it's because it makes it harder for smaller people to get noticed in front of the bigger numbers or something like that, which, I don't know. I don't feel like people are necessarily looking at the numbers, and they're mostly like looking at like, oh, hey, this game looks fun. It's not like, oh, this game's raised $800,000 and this game's raised $200,000. I'm going to check out the $800,000 one because it's raised more. I don't understand the logic. It just feels like you're taking away crucial, like, useful information that used to be there that's not there. Right? It used to be numbers there, and you could have numbers and you'd be like, oh, we're this close to hitting a stretch goal or something. Like, oh, yeah, I don't know. I'm an old man yelling at the clouds. Kickstarter's going to do as Kickstarter does, and Kickstarter's going to get more of their pie eaten by GameFound. As always with the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. $150, not bad.
The Novarchon Empire was once great and glorious, until the fateful event known as Voidfall.
Theme.
When the rifts open and the Voidborn arrive.
Oh, that was the game. That was the original game. I'd love if you showed me the box of it or something. Like, show up some accolades. Just pew, pew, pew. Maybe a little less theme. Like, I don't need the stars as much. Maybe, like, showcase it a little bit to me. That'd be nice. Just a suggestion. Like, because I'd love to know more about Voidfall as it is right now, especially if that's something I'm going to be able to buy here, because a lot of times I could buy stuff. I just feel like it'd be a great thing to show.
The entire galaxy.
Because I know what it's probably won awards and whatnot, because I think I know roughly the box. I think I've seen it.
Galaxy fell to corruption and chaos. While the great houses went into war with the corrupted forces, a small fleet was tasked with a secret mission. From the turmoil of the collapsing empire, humanity's legacy must be evacuated on a ship called Revenant.
Jesus, did I need 34 seconds of prequel here to get to this game? Like, I don't feel like, the name of this game is Revenant, right? Yeah, okay. That's a third of the video, roughly.
Revenant is a standalone competitive worker placement game.
Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I saw those pieces kind of zoomed out. I'd love to see them. So this is interesting. So you actually place your pieces into the plastic pieces?
In the Voidfall universe.
See, but that's what I'm saying. I'm more interested in this game now, seeing just, oh, how those plastic pieces work, as opposed to just the main image just showing, oh, there's plastic pieces that you'll probably assemble. It's like, there's a lot of plastic pieces that I can assemble in a lot of games. Show me functionality game-wise how it's going to work.
Take command of the escaping fleet and assign your crew members to perform actions provided by the ships. Gain influence with the great houses and earn victory points based on their power. Increase your efficiency by upgrading.
Deal 2 to these can be dealt to in the same... Okay. Liking the cards. Dual use, it looks like. We got some iconography, some text. Like it. And also, just showcasing stuff like that to me on cards is really great, too, because then when it comes to, like, oh, there's 164 cards, I'm like, oh, cool, that's a lot of cards. I'm excited. Just little details. Love the little details.
Training your cadets with new skills and leveling up your captain. Deploy ships under your favorite house's banner to further increase their power. Choose which ship to protect and which to sacrifice to constant Voidborn attacks. Fight the corruption spreading across the...
See, so you know what I actually really appreciate there? It's a little thing. I feel like for the last 30-ish seconds, we focused on just the gameplay and less on the plastic minis, and then it's like, oh, as an afterthought, like, oh yeah, here's some nice plastic minis as well. I like how he did that. It's too often it's the other way around, so I appreciate it, and I want to spotlight when companies do it what I'd say is like the right way, like gameplay over components. Why am I even hesitant? Yes, it is the right way. Gameplay over components. I don't care. Step to me. Gameplay will make your game last and have second print runs and third print runs and fourth print runs. Components will not. Unless... yeah, there's some exceptions here or there. You gotta have a really good gimmick.
Corruption spreading across the fleet and disabling your frigate's capabilities. And when the Voidborn threat becomes overwhelming, fuel up the Revenant's hype.
Okay, that has vibes of like Castle Panic, which are good vibes. Like, okay, familiar but different, like worker placement in the middle, Castle Panic-y, like around the outside. I'm in. I'm loving what you're selling. Didn't like the first 30 seconds, but I get it. You gotta butter the bread, right? You gotta butter the bread. And what I mean by that is, that's like the new thing. That's really what a lot of companies are trying to do, is just have that one evergreen, and hopefully then have a bunch of other stuff attached to that evergreen. And like, even if that other stuff that is attached to that evergreen doesn't necessarily succeed the way they want it, and there's just one print run or two print runs or something like that, it still strengthens, in theory, the main one, because it's just that name brand recognition grows and grows and grows and grows. So I get it.
The jump drive, and find your way to your final destination.
Cool.
Pledge now for the all-in deluxe Admiral box. Now on Kickstarter.
Okay. So I know there's 2 pledge levels, and it was roughly 1/3 there. The deluxe, the standard, Hexy, doing it big, doing it good. Great videos, as always. 373,000. And here's the other thing. And you know why? What I love doing, I do this so much that I love when I see a good video maker who does like a quote-unquote not great video. And it's like, oh yeah, they're just the gun. Right? They're just the gun. They just get pointed by someone. And it's always interesting. All right, so this thing has already crushed to $373,000. A realistic $80,000 funding goal. I appreciate that. And once again, this is exactly why the stupid 472% means nothing. Because it's like, that should, like, if they actually had like a phony baloney goal, it'd be substantially higher. Agreed. If you just show me expensive gray blobs, you may as well use cheesy 70s jazz for the soundtrack. Yeah, it's overdone, and it works a lot, too. It works. And it's different also when it's STL files, so obviously I think that one is applied. So we got 6 people here. The 6 people grand total. Customer service-wise should be good. Founded in 2013, Mind Clash Games is a board game designer. They did Trickerion and some other stuff that'll make your brain be set on fire, which I do enjoy. I played 2 of theirs. I played Trickerion, and I think I played Trickerion in the expansions. All right, so let's make sure Septima. Oh, that Voidfall, the Perseverance. Pretty sure this one is out. Let's double check these. Pre-order live on GameFound. Is our officially fulfilled. Great. Clean, clear, September 23rd, so that was last year. Okay, so this one's definitely out then. I never received mine 2 months ago. For those waiting on the Anarchy Big Box, get notice that mine is set to deliver tomorrow. Still waiting on the pledge. So they need to come in here, you know, do some like routine maintenance, like every month, something like that. But it looks good. Katie, do it. I feel comfortable. I'm not worried about it. Let's go. Do I want it? Yes, I do. I feel like that video is very well done. I'm set up. I'm ready for a price. I'm ready for a good price on the standard version, and then a nice jump up to the deluxe, and then we're in and out of here. maybe a couple quotes, a video, some rule booklet. All right, artwork by Ian O'Toole. That's going to move the needle for some people. I know I've seen that name. A standalone game of worker placement, tableau building, and defensive space combat. I love all that. Like, use those buzzwords on me. You know you got your gamery crowd here. You can use those words. It's fine. The Voidfall descended and consumed the Novarchon Empire. Is one of the last. That feels like a weird thing to say. I have a YouTube short skit running through my brain, and it's offensive, and I don't know if I should push it. It's weird. All right, BGG. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm exactly... This is it. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's not hard to spotlight your pedigree of your designer, of your company. It's like, it's a minor... copy paste, like do the artwork. Because, oh yeah, 8.6 BGG rank, 139, 50, 107. I know. Okay, so great. They can do this. The video was not fool's gold. It looks good. Just hit me with the price. I can't even complain because I could totally go down to the spot where the pledges, retailer pledge. Or it's just a regular pledge. Why pledge now? I guess it's that one. Score the Revenant, upgrade your frigate, Lord of the Dead. Board. Everyone having houses they secretly have stock in is brilliant. During the space chase, players are allowing some ships to be destroyed while protecting others for their own gain. Revenant is exactly what a prequel to Voidfall should be. Thoughtful, engaging, and epic. So this is cool. I love this quote. I think this quote's fantastic. Here's why. It mentions a really unique aspect of the game that does already just inherently sound interesting to me that I did not know about. Of, oh, yeah, you have stock in these companies, and these companies have these ships around, so maybe you're not destroying them. I like that. That's cool. The BGB icon should be standard. Agreed. There's not, like... there's just a lot of people who don't like Board Game Geek for a lot of different reasons, and it's like, okay... Still, like, it's the mecca. Like, where else? Like, why fight it? Use it. Exclusive editions. So, fantastic value. Great. Hit me with that fantastic value already. Unlock new content. Join us in the company of the Revenant. Cool. Unlock component upgrades will exclusive to the Captain and Admirals editions, while the theme of the new gameplay elements will depend on your decisions. Oh, wow. Unlock content, dual-layered crew boards, dual-layered frigate boards. Received it first. The Captain and Admiral editions will arrive to you approximately 2 months before the game's retail. Cool. This is a really nice graphic. You better just have the price already. Here we go. Clean, clear, $65. And it is not the Kickstarter anything. This is like the total bare bones... the bare minimum, no one's going to get it. $14 price jump gets me unlock component upgrades, minis, which I want, Reason and Faith expansion, which I obviously want, Spot UV. This is fantastic. I'm going a 2/3 of a point grade bump up just for everything wrapped up so far. Like this one, this needs to be an A. Like it's so good. Like this is so clean. Then 120. It's reasonably priced, but once again. Reasonably priced is a weird word because this is still, say it with me, folks, just a worker placement game. It's just a standard worker placement game that 5 years ago would have cost $70, maybe. And I'm not saying that like with inflation. I'm meaning like back before we deluxeified everything. I know obviously prices are going to rise, but I mean back when we didn't feel the need to make everything plastic and acrylic and super thick and that. Like I'm going to start doing some unboxing videos for the youngins of some really old games. And you'll be like, what the hell are these components? They're so bad. Like a single drip of water ruining a component. You're like, God, why did you cough on the table, asshole? Okay, so what's the $40 price jump? What am I getting? Convince me. One Revenant miniature. Convert those millimeters to inches. Come on. You know Mind Clash. You know where the majority of the people are here. And it's going to be 1126 United States of America. So just do it for us. Give us those inches in as well to the miniatures. That'd be nice. So what do they think is like 25.4 is an inch. That's like roughly 3.5 by 5-ish. That's nice. 32 house ship miniatures, so that's to get all those cool space miniatures that we saw. Oh, that was the miniature that you teased me at the end there, which I did want. Otherwise, it's $80 for a game and its expansion. These all feel like very reasonable prices. Everything's Kickstarter reasonable. Loving it. And incredibly intricate, incredibly satisfying, incredibly well-designed. Okay. And meh. As you might expect from Mind Clash, the theme really comes through in this game. Balance your influence among the houses of a diverse Starfleet, some of which you're desperately trying to protect and others not so much. And you do all that while trying to hyperclub, jump closer and closer to somewhere safe to build a colony. The tension is real. Now, I wasn't a big fan of that quote You had me at the beginning, but then you got me at the end there, Mr. Unnamed, because we just go man versus meeple. We don't put the names of people there. This is something I saw somebody else do too. It's like, okay, that's interesting. As you, because it's like, I don't know. It's a weird thing, but they mentioned the hyper jump closer and closer, which gives me definite vibes to Race for the Galaxy. Not Race for the Galaxy, sorry. The game that's out of print, Babylon. No, I have it. I love it. I own it. Battlestar Galactica. Yeah, so, because it's like, so it gives you a little bit, like, it revealed a little bit more about the game that I like. I still don't think it's a great quote, but it's fine. The dual layered, the upgraded $80, that feels fine. That feels like a fine deluxeified pledge, and this, in my mind, should be the most popular pledge, but I don't think it will be, because I think you're going to sell, I bet they're going to sell me well on this. Yep, that Revenant miniature, that's huge. You want that in the center. That's going to look super stinking cool, and you showcase that in the middle. That was what I wanted. These pieces, yeah, they did a great job on that video. Like, yeah, and then yours are going to be your own separate color. Come on, you know you want that, and the Reason and Faith expansion. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be the most popular one, and I don't... here's the thing. I do think Bauer's Law is going to be breaking. I don't think it'll be 7 to 10 times, but I still think it'll be 4 to 6 times more than the deluxe. But I think that deluxe is too good. I think that's going to be. Oh, so they're not even offering the 54. Okay, so if they're not even offering the 54, then I'm just going to go with this is not going to break Bauer's Law. But no, it did. No, it was 5. So it was 5.5 to 1. Yeah. Why did I should have stuck to my guns there. Dang it. I said 5 to 6 times to 1, and I had to switch. Forrest already had shut up and take my money. It was great. Like that video. Like, I want to play that game. I want those mechanisms. I want the components. I want all those. I guess I want to see how many cards there are. They just got me. They got me good. But how good was I there? 5 to 6 times to 1. And I said it. Then, of course, I changed it right at the end, so I could just be disappointed. Revenant delivers a thrilling mix of strategy and shifting alliances where every choice could be your key to victory or downfall. Main board play mat, so $20. Enamel points, cool. I don't know why these aren't in some sort of deluxe. Are those in there? I don't know. Tutorial playthrough, cool. Before you play, overview, work in progress rule booklet. So we got everything we need here. We got a gameplay / tutorial. I need to start doing those. That's like the easiest thing ever, because that's like just playing a game solo and just teaching it as you play. And it's just, I do that, but I just don't label them as tutorials. Okay, let me see the back of that rule booklet. Oh, that's I hate the back of that rule booklet, but this looks like so much. Lots of iconography. 15 pages. That's not bad. Okay. I got videos, the stuff, the things. What am I looking for? Shipping, I guess? Oh, the expansion pack. Yeah, I'd like to know more about that. Both the Captain and Admiral include the Reason and Faith expansion with 2 additional modules that can be added to the core game together or individually. Those minis look like they accepted a card. I'm still poor, but I might not hate those minis. Yeah, like, they looked like they actually made the gameplay smoother by, like, popping things up off the board. At least in my personal opinion, like, when you break things 3D, it can just, I don't know. I loved it. I loved everything. Oh, solo mode. Great. So now we're talking about that. This is the next game from Mind Clash Games. It takes place in the Voidfall universe. This was awesome. It's very much an action selection style game. Okay, cool. I don't feel like that's been mentioned much. With influence tracks, hand management, and tableau building. Jiminy Christmas. This has so many mechanisms. I feel like they've thrown like 9 at me. Kind of love it. That quote, low-key banger. Low-key banger. I wasn't expecting 2 new mechanisms to get dropped on my head that I just kind of missed as we were browsing through. The Revenant Solo is easy to set up, has a low upkeep, and offers multiple difficulty levels. Why, you know what? I want to spotlight that I knew to read that exact phrase because they made it bold, and it cut through all the fat that I needed to about their solo mode. Right? Like, okay, what am I doing? I don't know. I'm fighting out in space. I get that. But, it's easy to set up, low upkeep, and offers multiple difficulty levels. Okay, yeah, now I'm more interested as just a solo game enthusiast. And that's just a little thing you can do. Just, I like bolding things. It's nice. Gets me excited about the rule booklet, too. Shipping costs will be changed later after the pledge management of the campaign. Yep, what's the price? So, convert the currencies. Thank you. 23.5, 26. So I'm looking at $152 worker placement game. I just can't get over that. It never. I'm glad it never gets old to me Because if you're newer to the hobby, and that's just like, if you were like, you're got in on Kickstarter, which I imagine is a lot of people who, it's like, this is the way it is. It didn't used to be this way, you know? And it's not. Right? There's a $65 version. It's just that it was like, we talk about it, but we don't actually, you can't buy it. And that's a smart choice, I guess, right? Back in my day, soda was a nickel. Oh gosh, I'm giving off those vibes. Anywho, yeah, it still looks like fun. Looks like a good time. And I'm like, that's not them. I'd organize this like Reload from Colossal Games, because if your question is question 18, then it's annoying to have to go through 17 other questions to get it. And there's just a way to do it where it's like you can make it easier for people to find exactly what they want. Wow, 97 comments on a day-old one. That's great. 4 not there. So what do we do here? A Journey into the Unknown, Chapter 1. I'm surprised this is this engaged with when they didn't lead off with like a question or something. Where they like, who will be your decision shapes our future? Oh, okay. As the fleet, cool. So you go read through the story. Welcome to the first chapter of the journey. In the series of updates, we'll escort the Revenant out of the Fallen Dominion. And I wonder if this is something they've done in the past on this too. So this is like something they're going to do. Cool. Bold move, I love it. We can sacrifice. This is great. So they're like bringing an RPG element, and then the other big thing is we're pumping this. Do you see why I was interested in looking at this? I was interested in looking at it because it had 97 comments, remember? But when I get here, why does it have 97 comments? Because they are pumping it. Every single one responding to. This is exactly how I should be doing social media, but it's work, It's like, I'll do it a little bit here and there. Which, by the way, if you want to support the channel, there's a whole bunch of ways to do it. So look into it. It's great. How will metal resource packs be available the same as the price in the PM? Stuff, things. No, we're good. I'm in. Like, yeah, it feels Kickstarter reasonable. I'm trying to think of what else I might put on the front. Like, I feel like having the board set up would be great. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess you want the Revenant with this because that's the Voidfall graphic design, I think is maybe the line of thinking there. Like, that's going to be like, oh, is that the new one from... Yeah, like, is that... I don't know. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of what, like, overall, I think this is a really solid grade. Do I want it? Yes, I do. Can you do it? Yes. Not concerned in any way, shape, or form. How much is it? It's going to be reasonably priced if you're willing to wait and get it at retail for $65, and you've let me know this, that if I'm just a patient adult who doesn't have to have this game now with all the deluxe fight of the fancy, just get the game, I can get it for a reasonable price. So that's good. That's there. And I like that they did that. I honestly do. I like that. I like how they handled this. You didn't eat into your profits by offering it, but at the same time, you're like, yeah, this is exactly what it is. You just, because that's what a lot of companies get blasted for sometimes. Like way back, it used to be, what was it? The people who did Terraforming Mars would get blasted like, just wait for the retail edition. So yeah. So, can you do it? Yes. How much is it? Deluxeified at the 80 plus the 20 for like 100. It feels Kickstarter reasonable. Everything feels Kickstarter reasonable, but honestly, you sold who you are so well, so early. The video was so nice, I think, for the first 30 seconds. But once we got down to brass tacks, I think you did a great job showcasing who you are. And I'm in. I think this is an easy A. Easy A. Revenant. Very well done campaign. Let me know what you think about it. Don't you charge for that service? I had hooked it by a Kickstarter that had a gear mechanism, and the deluxe were metal. Ooh, that sounds. I love gears. I love rondelles. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Revenant, and also, quick shout out: there will not be a show next Tuesday. Another orthodontist appointment. Jiminy Christmas! Don't let your kids grow up to have teeth. They're just so expensive. Just get them dentures right from the jump. They'll save so much money. Great, Jesus, the dentures. They're gonna outgrow their dentures. I don't know. Kids are expensive. Let me know in the comments below. Though, anything upcoming projects that interest you. I'm going to start asking for more of that in the comments below because it's just an easy way to do it. If there's an upcoming project you're interested in, let me know, and I can hopefully get that one on the schedule. And have a good one. Bye-bye.